Welcome into Pride Park for South Atlantic Conference Soccer. Tonight's matchup, the Wingate Bulldogs hosting the Coker Cobras. I'm Joe Skinner with Donnie Sherrill for this one. We saw the women's game earlier. It was a Wingate blowout, 7-0 over Coker. We expect a more competitive one this time, and it is because this Wingate team is on a 3-match winning streak. Donnie, they've outscored their opponents 6-1 and have kept 2 clean sheets in a row.
After a slower start than what they're used to, a couple of losses here at home. Again, unconventional from this Wingate men's soccer club, but on the right track. 3 straight wins, like you mentioned, most recently coming against Lincoln Memorial and Harrogate. They had a game canceled that was supposed to be at 21st-ranked Shawan back on Tuesday, October 5th. If they would have had that game, it would have been another addition to their non-conference schedule, but nonetheless, more conference games upcoming, more chances for some points.
It was a 2-0 win last time out for Wingate against Lincoln Memorial. Soren Nygaard, Nick Bennett, the goal scorers. They're both in the starting lineup tonight. As for Coker, it was a team that came into this season with not much expectations, at least according to the preseason poll in the conference. They went off to a 7-0 start and got ranked as high as number 4 in the country. But since then, it's been a cold streak as the Cobras have dropped 3 of their last 4 and have fallen completely out of the national rankings. They are ranked 7th in the Southeast region. They will start this one as we go through the starting lineups for Coker. Jasper Rump starting in goal, also with Adam Kennedy, Felix Stuffler, Hugo Janssen, Jacques Fokum-Sando, Marcos Tarokis, Gustavo Palmieri, Matty Tricker, Bastian Jager, Gavin Goyu, and Mitchell Stars. They will start as we await the start of this one. The Wingate starting lineup: Jens Bergendorf in goal, Nicholas Vitur, Devin Skelly, Owen Marshall with Pedro Santos, Mikkel Fallon-Brun, Soren Nygaard, Marcus Figueroa, Nick Bennett, Kobe Vasquez, and Reese Corpus. Wingate 5th place in the conference, 10 points. Coker tied for 6th in the conference on 9 points. This is a big match. These two teams jostle for positioning ahead of the postseason tournament. And we're underway as Coker gets a start in the first half. Again, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night for SAC men's soccer between Wingate and Coker. The Cobras 8-3 overall, 3-3 in the conference with 9 points. They fell in a heartbreaker their last time out, a 4-3 loss against Mars Hill. They send one in the box, but Owen Marshall, the captain for Wingate, covers it up, out for a goal kick. The Cobras led that one late, 3-1, and then conceded 3 goals, including the eventual game winner in the final 6.5 minutes. They conceded all those goals in the second half on Jasper Rump, a guy who has had, for the most part, a very good season. The freshman out of Germany started all 11 games this season. His 1.18 goals against average is the lowest of any SAC goalkeeper with at least 5 starts, but his last time out, he allowed his highest total of the season with 4. So that's going to be a X factor in this one, the goalkeeping play for the visitors.
And the losses that they've had, like you mentioned, 3 of the last 4, by way of a 2-1 loss against Lenore Ryan in double overtime, and then a loss at Catawba, 2-1, loss against Mars Hill, 4-3. Very close games for a team that did start 7-0. Hard to believe both these teams were once inside the top 10 in the Division II national rankings.
Cobra's on the move here. Janssen through the middle. Now they're going to back it up. Wingate 5-4-1, but like we said in the open, winners of 3 in a row. This is the 18th meeting all-time between Wingate and Coker, and it's a series that Wingate has dominated. They've won 15 of the previous 17 matchups, but in on goal this time, that was Marcus Tarokis, who took a shot that was deflected out for a Coker corner.
You can see Nicholas Vitur voicing his frustrations to his defenseman there, allowed Tarokis to get through. An early corner here for the Cobras could be dangerous.
The Bulldogs have beaten the Cobras in 8 straight matchups and are undefeated at Pride Park against Coker all time. Palmieri delivers this one in towards the top of the box. It goes through untouched. Soren Nygaard out to get it, and he's off and running. He just can't keep it in play. Heavy touch off the corner. It's a Coker throw. Cobras coached by Michael Antonovich, his third season. Wingate coached by Gary Hamill in his 30th.
Coker was one of the teams that was in Wingate's pod back in the spring, and I remember actually talking to Coach Antonovich, and he said that the record at that time wasn't what he wanted, but he said, we're building a culture here, and we saw it come to fruition in those first 7 matches. Not to take away, of course, the 3 of the 4 games in the last, or for Coker's schedule, there have been losses, but what he's built to show that Coker now has respect in this conference can't be ignored.
Wingate beat the Cobras twice last season, 3-0 and 1-0 in double overtime. Nygaard scoring that game winner in the second contest. Nicholas Vitur in the starting 11 for Wingate had a brace in that 3-0 win. Down the line goes Palmieri. Backing it up, Adam Kennedy. Centrally, Janssen. Nygaard steps in and comes up limping on his left ankle as Nygaard is down behind the play, but Wingate trying to get off and running. Nick Bennett into the starting 11 after scoring in the last game, has it on the right wing. Nygaard recovering, getting back in the play gingerly. Something to keep an eye on for Wingate fans as that ball goes long for Rump. Nygaard, the team's leading scorer, 4 goals this season, has started every contest. Last season was a first-team all-conference selection. He's back up. Keep an eye on him when he tries to get to top speed again. I think that'll be a good indicator of how that ankle feels. The pass was underneath and cut off by Devin Scully. There's Mikkel Fallenbrunn. Has Corpus reinforcements down the right side, and then goes centrally for Pedro Santos. And Marcus Figueroa into the starting lineup. First time starting at home this season. Scully tried to go down the line for Corpus. It's off the mark. Corpus, the freshman midfielder, has eased his way into the starting lineup. Has appeared in every game this season and has now started 5 of them with 2 goals and an assist.
Speedster down that right wing, position that's sometimes occupied by Daniel Cooper, maybe Soren Nygaard when he plays more on the wing, but having Corpus along with that depth of the offense is lethal.
Wingate playing in a bit of a 4-4-2 with Bennett and Nygaard up top. Marshall hounding down well into the midfield. Something to keep an eye on for Coker, having one of the best goal scorers in the conference as Corpus takes a tumble, taking it in towards Terokes, right over the box, and there will be a free kick to Coker in a very dangerous area, top of the box.
Nice through ball there to get to Terokes, the through ball coming from Gustavo Palmieri. And yeah, it could not be a more dangerous spot here early. You know how fantastic Jens Bergendorf is athletically, but for any goalie, this is always a challenge.
Terokes standing over it. This one just outside the box. Maybe about 25 yards, we'll call it. Four-man wall for Wingate. Terokes takes it low, and it hits the wall. Jens Bergendorf can't keep it in play. It'll be a Cobra's corner. Going back to who to look out for up top. Jacques Faucom-Sando, the junior forward from Paris. 3rd place in the South Atlantic Conference with 8 goals coming into this one. He started every game. He was just recently named the Coker Student Athlete of the Month for September as that one swings in, goes out off of the 6'6" Bastian Jager. He'll be out for a Wingate goal kick.
Faucom-Sando was a player that was hampered with an injury, went down early out in the spring, shortened COVID season, but the production that he had while he was healthy was notable, and then carrying over and out of the fall, he's been so dangerous and so important in this Coker attack.
Back in 2019 was a first-team all-conference selection. After scoring 8 goals in 18 games, he's already matched that goal output in just 10 of this 2021 season, as a foul on the far side committed by Figueroa. Be a free kick to Coker. We'll see if Figueroa will be disciplined. Discipline, I think, will definitely be something we see on the Coker side. As they come into this one, they lead the conference in red cards. In fact, Gavin Guillou came in to this one. He was suspended for the game against Mars Hill, serving a red card suspension. They have 4 red cards this season and 32 yellow cards, which is good for second in the conference. Not afraid of the physical play. So this one gets sent in, and Bergendorf easily handles it off his line. Bergendorf tried to jump start it to Soren Nygaard and send it into the 4th row. Of course, looking at the SAC table, the top 8 teams qualify. The top 4 host the quarterfinals. Both of the 2 teams tonight are just outside that top 4 mark, but comfortably in the playoff picture. Wingate 5th with 10 points. Coker right behind him, tied for 6th with 9 points. Lenore Rhine sitting on that 4th spot cut line for hosting a quarterfinal game with 12 points. Wingate with a win tonight can get to 12. As Fallon Bruin trying to guard off Janssen. And it gets out for a Coker throw. 10 minutes into the match. Wingate and Coker scoreless. Coker with a lot of success away from home so far this season. 4 wins in their 5 matches. Sandu tried to take that one in. Intercepted there as Wingate tried to cut loose. Coker pushing way up the pitch. Now Stoffler, the defender, sends it wide. Cutting into the box. Heavy touch. Sandu drops it back. Shot is deflected. Here's Palmieri. Top of the box again. Gets right by Corpus. Shot again deflected. As it comes out for Mitchell Stars. Cross to the back. Took a deflection. Bergendorf off his line. He keeps it in play to prevent the corner kick. Coker on the attack early.